Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for coming back. This would be episode 3, and I just want to put that out there as like my first episode. I did Doug Jones, and I actually had footage of him and I meeting, our interactions, like I had that GoPro on my chest, and I have GoPro interactions with like 2 other celebrities, but it was at that same Comic-Con. But I wanted to let everyone know that I don't have footage for everyone I met. I just started getting into the GoPros now because I wanted to do the channel. So if you're expecting a video every time I show you one of my like encounters with a celebrity or I talk about an encounter, I don't have them all. So some of them is just going to be word of mouth. This was at Scaricon 2 or 3 years ago. And Scaricon is an amazing convention. In all conventions, usually they have all the celebrities like in one spot and they're all lined up together. But at Scaricon, you could be looking at like, like mugs or something of somebody made of like coffee or whatever, and boom, there's so-and-so, or there's so-and-so, so it's a really interesting Comic-Con. I've met a lot of great celebrities there, and never once have I had a bad encounter with any of them. And yesterday's episode, or the episode before episode 2, was Matthew Lillard. Be about someone that I met that you may not remember him in a whole lot because he's not like a A-list celebrity, but I would consider him in major motion pictures. He was in Independence Day. He was in SLC Punks. He was in Donnie Darko. He was in Tales of Halloween. He's been in a bunch of things, but always kind of smaller characters. But I would say like what everyone knows him for is Donnie Darko. And that particular person is James Duval. I was going over to his table, and my buddy was with me, and I was like, I'm going to go meet the guy from Donnie Darko that played the rabbit. You see the rabbit there. First, I'll tell you what it says here. It says, "To Anthony, they made me do it. Your friend, James Duval, Frank the rabbit. 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds. That's what he tells Jake Gyllenhaal's character in the beginning when he first meets him. As I went to go see him, he was coming out of his table, and he said, oh, he's like, I'm sorry, I have to go do a photo session. I got to go do photo ops with people. He's like, but I'll be back. And he asked the person behind him, he's like, what do you think, like 10, 15 minutes? And the guy's like, yeah, maybe half an hour. And he's like, yeah, so come back in a half an hour. And he immediately said, I'm James, by the way. And he stuck his hand out and he shook my hand. And I thought that was like super important to like just show that he's human and that he is interested in meeting you. I came back and Doom Generation. That was the other movie. He was in Doomed Generation, The Doom Generation, with a couple people you might know, Rose McGowan, and I forget, it was a guy from Cabin Fever, the blonde hair, and talked with him. It was great because I said, like you're in these amazing movies, and like I talked about the Tales of Halloween, how I just watched it, and how he was in it, and it was really interesting. And then I was quoting parts of the Doom Generation, whereas like he was like, "Can I call you Lex?" And he started laughing, and we had a great time. So, anyways, I left him, went over, met up with my other 2 buddies, said, hey, I just met James Duval, super awesome guy, had a really good conversation with him, really enjoyed it. Then I stopped at a booth that was selling DVDs, and I said, do you have Donnie Darko Blu-ray DVD? Because I wanted to get a signature on a Blu-ray DVD of it. And he's like, I just got the special edition one. Awesome. I took it back to James Duval there and said, hey, would you mind signing this? He saw it and he was like, that is awesome. Comes in this little thing here. He wrote, Frank was here, James Duval. 28 days, 6 hours, 42 seconds, 42 minutes and 12 seconds. And if you see it inside the box, you get the director's cut, which has got I don't know if you can see that, but that's the bulldog that he puts the axe right through, and it comes with like the letter about time travel. And inside that, I haven't opened this in a long time. This is really exciting. And then, okay, so this is what it does. So this is what you take all of these and you match them all up, and it makes a big frank. So it's like a poster. So the second one here is, it's got the sparrow mailbox that you always see the old lady going to, and so does, and then in here you have this is a foreword by Jake Gyllenhaal. So anyways, we got like stills from the movie, Donnie Darko, Adolescence and Lost Ark of Remembering and Forgetting by Nathan Rabin. That cool tornado you see. Parents. So yeah, I'm not going to look at the whole thing here. I don't want to bore you with that. But here, and this is the third one that it comes with. This is the theatrical cut, and it has the old lady going to the mailbox. And this comes with the actual poster when you went to the theater to see this movie. Very, very cool. And on the back is a big frank. I honestly, he signed this DVD for free. The other stuff, the picture I got and the selfie I got with him, which I'll put up over here. I forget how much it cost, but you had to pay money. It's how these guys make a living, and it's appropriate, And when I went back and said, hey, I literally just bought this over there. Could you sign this DVD for me? And he said, oh yeah, definitely. And he didn't charge me for it. So if I were to be like, hey, can you sign this poster? Can you sign this? Can you sign that? Can you sign like the DVD itself? I felt like it was going to be pushing my luck. But if I ever meet him again, I will definitely do that. So, wrapping up this episode, James Duval from Donnie Darko, Independence Day, small things here and there, Doom Generation, at Scaricon. I forget what year it was, but it was about 2 or 3 years ago. So if anybody was at that convention at Scaricon in Turning Stone, New York, the Turning Stone Casino, please let me know if you had a similar experience, what you got signed. Like, I'd love to hear all about it. So let me know how, let me hear about it. I want to hear all about it. All right. Till next time.